Hey, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Chad's Perspectives. Now, I did a special Perspectives on Volume 10, and it might have been a little polarizing, but I promise I will soften the blow a bit here. There won't be 10 of them, it'll only be about 4, maybe 5. I'll probably stick with 4 though. So I'm going to let my co-star do her thing because she has been invited back into the room, and we will get right into it.
Welcome back to my dad's channel. If you're new here, make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to share.
So the first perspective is, look, I understand we're in the points of miles game. I understand we are a part of a credit card community. I am a quote unquote credit card YouTuber. But look, I don't care about issuer. I don't care about payment processor. I don't care about card approvals, 524. I don't care about Amex 456. I don't care about 2 and 90s. I don't care about any of these rules. I don't care about card approvals, FICO scores, or whatever it is you want to throw at me. The most difficult part of this game that we play is finding reward redemption. Yes, that's it. No one, well, people make mention of it in passing, but no one really dedicates the time to tell you that getting into this, you will actually run your head into the most walls by simply trying to do the redemptions that people on YouTube, like me, show you that they were able to do, because we're not actually searching for this stuff in a vacuum. There are other people who are not on YouTube who practice these same redemption tactics, who are looking for the same award tickets, the same Q Suite flights, the same Park Hyatt redemptions. And even some of the people you do watch, they'll show you their travels, but trust me, they're in the game too. So finding award space, award availability, has become so crucial that it's causing a whole industry to arise of companies based solely on simply finding availability. They're literally charging you just so they can go out and look. Well, I'm a little old school. I like to find things on my own. I know of some of the more reputable companies, but I tend to do it on my own. But I'm telling you right now, nothing has made me sweat more. No card approval, no reconsideration, no internal control or rule from an issuer has made me sweat more than, if I find this redemption, am I only going to find 1 seat or 2? Because we always got to make room for the player too. Now, going into the next perspective, it actually is related to the first because I have lived it. And this is also something that you're probably not going to hear a lot. When you do find award availability, when you do these crazy redemptions, even if they're domestic, even if they're non-aspirational, if you do them far enough in advance, you have to monitor your redemptions, because remember, once you've paid for it, it doesn't mean it can't change. I've been through it myself where I thought I was going to be flying Air France's A350 brand new Air France business class product, only to find out that I was changed to the 787 older business class product. Still a good product, but not the one that I wanted. I wanted the suites and the new fanciness that they have, because they're pretty fancy schmancy, but I didn't get that. Was I ultimately harmed? Not really, because they gave me, which is objectively a equivalent product. But this is definitely something that you want to keep a lookout for, because, like, let's take another example. Suppose you book Q Suites 364 days out on A350-1000. Then all of a sudden, 2 weeks out, you find out you're on a 777. You are no longer on Q Suites, but you are in Qatar business class, which ain't Q Suites. So that is something of an example for you guys to look out for. Always monitor your redemptions to see if any seating changes have happened, any room changes have happened, anything has happened at the hotel in between the time you are going to be arriving there or taking said flight. It could save you some disappointment and/or save you a lot of headache and inconvenience. And also conversely, these changes could actually happen for the better, because instead of going to a 1-room king bed, you might get upgraded to a royal suite. You never know how the dice break, but you definitely want to monitor all your redemptions, especially those that you've made well in advance. All right, so for perspective number 3, there is no defense for anyone who does not earn and burn their points. Look, this is not a debate. Earn and burn is simply the best policy. because people will argue that they save the points. Oh my God, my points are getting low. So, I mean, really, so what? Your points are getting low, so you hold on to something that has no real actual value, that you've paid money that is subject to inflation on in order to hold. And these points, which are pretty much intangible and are also subject to inflation, you're gonna hold them because they're getting low? That doesn't make any sense. The whole point of living your life and spending and earning points as you go is to prepay for awesome experiences, to travel, or to supplement with cash back. What are you saving them for? There's no reason to do it except in the idea that you are saving a huge amount to burn them all at once. That way you can capture value immediately. But it is very scary for me to hear, oh, I'm not going to spend any more points because I'm running low. Run them out. Because if you are eating and you are getting points from that, do you say, well, oh man, well, I've earned all the points I need for this month, so I'm not going to eat for the next 3 weeks because, I don't want to earn too many points. Like, come on, give me a break here. I don't understand the psychology of that. Earn the points. Burn the points. Because you have prepaid for the points. I have said this in previous perspectives. I'm sure you probably heard it from somebody who you like more, but I said it first. You prepay for the points. What are you holding on to them for? If it's the case and you have low points, analyze your spend, or maybe, just maybe, stay home. That's a thing. I like to stay home. Maybe you just stay home until your points get to where they need to be. It is what it is. I don't know how to make it any more simple. Earn them and burn them. If people handled their actual money the way I see some of you guys handle these points, you guys would be really, really rich. Just throwing that out there. So as always, I like to end these on YouTube perspectives. Now this YouTube perspective is going to take a bit of a turn from the normal ones that I have because look, everything ain't always rosy. So this perspective concerns my newer creators, my smaller creators, and my creators on the rise. Be careful who you share your YouTube channel with. Look, I know everybody wants to think that it's all hands across America or hands across the globe, we are the world, but there are people who sincerely just do not have the best intentions for you. There are people who will observe your content, they will repackage your words. In some cases, they will actually blatantly repeat your words and make sure to leave your name out of it. I know this is a nagging thing that I have been saying, but a lot of people don't understand, like with my journey, how I came up, and shout out to creators like Loose Points and Miles, like Mark Plymail, like others who really helped me from the very beginning get my stuff off the ground. Also Anthony Venture, who really helped me in the beginning to get my stuff off the ground. And I was lucky in the fact that I found people who were lending a helping hand. But there are cases where people will pick your brains. Here's one. People will pick your brains for information that they will then present as though they came up with it. Here's two. People will pick your brain for information and then simply regurgitate said information back to you and all else like you're 5 years old because they have a God complex. Situation number three. People will take your information and keep it. Normally that's supposed to be good, but they will keep it knowing others need it as well and then not send them your way. So be very careful of who you share your channel information with, because you may end up being that shadowy contact that they always refer to, or that clandestine source of information, when in fact they're just repackaging what you have because they weren't able to get a newsletter or whatever other information, or their Google alerts were down for a day. By the way, I use Google alerts. But in any case, be very careful, be wary. Make sure that the people who you attach yourself with have a bit of a track record of helping other channels. If you see a channel where they never mention anyone else, it's probably not someone you want assistance from. If you see someone who only mentions the same 3 people, that's probably because they have a partnership and they're probably not going to be helpful to you, at least not without a cost. So I hope that helps my new people coming up and my rising stars. Just be a little circumspect. I'm not telling you there is a boogeyman behind every, dark space, but just keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel. And with that, that brings me to my pointy thing. So hopefully these videos help you out. And with that, I'll see you later.